Hey, I'm Spenser.
And I'm Britton.
Since 2011, Buckethead has released 306 albums in his Pikes series, and we're going to listen to them.
3 at a time.
This is Getting Head.
Welcome, friends and fans, Gramps and Grands, and the people who eat Raisin Bran.
No.
Dat Fan, Peter Pan, and Zach Brown of the Zach Brown Band. Listeners of Ween, Neil Breen. Wyndham Rotunda, also known as The Fiend. Welcome, Heretics, Dog Hair Ticks, and the staff of Vulture's Media Critics. The guys who curate Dick's Picks, Nikki Six, Hans Blix, and the rabbit from Tricks. I don't relate, but I know the score. No time for debate, not anymore. Hide your ponables. Here's fans of Crass. It's episode 84 of Getting Head, a Bucketcast.
Wow, look at that. 84. Can you believe it? We're already here.
I guess I can. What do you have for 84?
Well, it's the number of years in the Insular Lacturicus, a cycle used in the past by the Celtic peoples. I copied Wikipedia.
Yeah. Also, 1984.
Yeah, you know.
Great Van Halen album.
Indeed, a great Van Halen album. Certainly not what we're living in now.
We're living in a Van Hagar album for sure.
That's for
Actually,
sure.
you know what? We're living in Van Halen 3 at this point.
Oh, oof.
Forever, it's better late than never. You know what I'm saying?
84 is also the atomic number of polonium. Yeah.
Man, fuck polonium.
It's
All my homies hate polonium.
It's the code for international direct dial phone calls to Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Yeah.
Consider I'm
me
Robin Williams. I'm gonna hang myself. Okay, that's enough of that.
Consider me a fortunate son for that one. It's the ISBN group identifier for books published in Spain.
Ooh, Chicorea's Sketches of Spain? Is that published there?
Yeah, probably.
Why not? Let's say so.
And it's, finally, how many years it takes, it's how many Earth years it takes Uranus to orbit the sun once.
It's that fucking big.
It's that fucking
big.
That fucking big. Yeah.
Big old booty planet.
That's how big Uranus is.
Super duper. Let's do a quick Patreon update.
Let's do it.
Well, guess what we got coming out this week? We just put up Heathcliff Part 5.
Wow.
Giant Robot.
Yes. Giant slash robot.
Also, at some point here, we're going to be putting up our first episode, 3 hours of us discussing Star Trek Picard Season 2 and why it sucks.
Yep.
Also, we just listened to what we consider one of the worst albums of all time.
Yeah.
An amazing album that you can't find anywhere.
Yeah, so we're going to give it to you.
X going to give it to you, in fact.
But we're also going to give it to you. We're going to give you that album and our talk about that album.
Yeah, listen along there. And, big shout out to all our Patreon supporters, but mostly to our secret Coop members, Ian Killia, Dan Morrison, and Dylan Lance. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Indeed. What's going on, Spenser?
That's a great question. I've gotten into potato products again.
Describe potato products. Like, are like Mr. Potato Head, or I guess
Potato Head's a they them now.
I think you can still buy Mr. Potato Heads though. I think.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can still buy them. They probably made many of those.
Yeah,
they're probably going to be around for a while.
Yeah, I mean there's a gender spectrum of potatoes now, I think is what I'm saying.
That's true.
It's not all potato they thems.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
I mean it is if you want them to be, but
I think the potatoes in like the potato head sense are like the changelings in Star Trek. Like I think they can be whatever they want, right?
Yeah, but
they're kind of like that.
But Odo's not a girl. Like
Odo's gender identity is male.
Yeah.
ish.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know he hangs dong. You
Yeah.
know he hangs dude
He
dong.
hangs dong.
Dude dong.
He
Not
hangs-
girl dong. He doesn't hang fat gock. Just No, he's got a big man dong, all right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, he can adjust the size to whatever he wants it to be.
Who in Star Trek would you be least surprised is hanging Major Gock?
Least surprised.
I'd say like Pulaski. Dr. Pulaski from season 2 of TNG.
Fuck Dr. Pulaski.
Yeah, but she's got like this real domineering energy. She seems like, I don't know.
She's a
I bet she
jerk.
has a big old girl dick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Why
I mean,
not?
she's fine. I liked her.
Fine.
She's fine. She's
So,
just stern.
This all started because I started ordering food, Mexican food, from this place nearby me, and one you're familiar with.
I actually ate there today because you said it was good.
Okay, well let's talk about our history here. So when I first moved to Washington, I stayed with you actually, you and your brother in this very neighborhood, the neighborhood I actually live in now. Weirdly enough, I have not lived here the entire time I've lived in Seattle, but I live here now. And there's a Mexican place that I went to when I very first moved down here 13 years ago, called Mimo's or Memo's Mexican food.
It's right here on the Ave, right exactly where all of the weed dealers hang out at, or did hang out at back in the day.
I'm pretty sure they dealt more than just weed around there. They dealt all sorts of weird shit around there. But anyway, it's kind of a shady part of the Ave, which is what it's called. It's just like a major street with a whole bunch of different businesses on it, in this neighborhood of Seattle. And Memo's, I'm going to call it Memo's. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure exactly. Memo's is notable for two things. One, it is extremely cheap. And two, they're open 24 hours.
It's not that cheap.
It's still pretty fucking cheap.
It's pretty cheap, but it's a little bit more expensive than Taco Bell. A little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I would say that the level of quality is a little bit above the Taco Bell. But it's
yeah, I'd say so too.
But it's around that ballpark. I would not say it's like terribly super far outside of that. That being said, when I first went there, I was like, man, this place is terrible. And so I didn't go back for a long time. You, I think, got food poisoning from there once.
I might have.
I don't know. I vaguely remember a story. But anyways, I haven't been there in a long time. But recently I started going back because I realized, like, hey, they have a pretty decent burrito that's pretty cheap that I can get any time of the day. That's pretty rad. But also...
Yeah.
They serve French fries now.
Sick. Do you want to know why I stopped going there?
Tell me.
I don't know if this is still the case, but they make their refried beans with lard.
They don't do that anymore.
Okay, cool. Because they did back in the day. They definitely did, and that's why I stopped going there.
Yeah, totally.
Every time I went there, I'm like, God, why do I feel like fucking shit? And then like one day, I'm like, hey, do you make your refried? And they're like, yeah, we use lard. And I'm like, oh, well, that's why. Because I'm eating like literal animal fat when it's not anywhere else in my diet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why it's so much better now. Is that they don't use the fucking... Yeah.
Well, anyway. I just got a carne asada fries burrito today.
Really? Well, how was it?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was carne asada and French fries in a burrito.
That's kind of
And then I poured, you know how they have the salsa station there? I got a full cup of red sauce, full cup of verde, poured both of them completely in there.
Their verde is tight.
It's pretty good.
Very good.
And I made a super wet-ass burrito. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad. It was much better than I recall.
They've gotten way better. They used to be fucking miserable. Miserable is how I would describe them, but they're better now.
I mean, they used to be like super cheap though too. You used to be able to get like a bean burrito there for like $2 or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's still really cheap. Don't get the wrong idea, but it's not as cheap as it used to be.
Yeah, it's like a soft taco there. Like the cheapest thing on the menu, I think, is a chicken, beef, or bean soft taco for $1.79 or something like that, which is fine.
Yeah,
but
it's fine.
Yeah.
The burrito I get there, I think, is like $7 or something.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know. It's not that expensive. But anyways, I realized they serve French fries, so of course I'm going to buy French fries from the shady Mexican place.
Sure, why not?
That's super cheap and open 24 hours. Of course I'm going to like experience that in my life. The first 2 times I got them, I've gotten them 3 times now. The first 2 times I got them, they came in a different container than they come in now.
Interesting.
Which I think is interesting. However, first 2 times I got them, they were amazing. They were like super greasy, but they were like super fresh. So I was like, oh, these are really hot and good. and they're really terrible for me, but I'm enjoying them. And that inspired me to buy a bunch of other potato products. I made a sandwich today that had tater tots in it because, well, I like to live interestingly. And
interestingly. Not deliciously,
no,
interestingly. With the okay texture, not delicious. It's fine.
Tater tots, though, amazing. Amazing.
Cool.
Very good. But like then the last time I got the French fries there, they were literally like so greasy. They were just soaked in grease and they were cold and they were really, really, really bad. And I was like, I can't eat this. This is disgusting. And so I threw them away. But suffice it to say, they also got my order wrong once already. So
cool.
They're still like shady, but that burrito, when it do be hitting with that salsa verde on there, pretty good. Worth a late night $9 or whatever after tip. So yeah.
That's your potato product story.
That's my potato product story.
Glad we spent 5 minutes on that.
What's up with you?
Geez, I don't know if I can follow that up, Spenser. Maybe we should just go straight into goth news. I don't think I can.
This is good podcasting.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I can't follow that up. Just do the goth news.
Beneath the waning moon, it's goth news. Goth news for cool dudes.
This weekend, the Cruel World Fest, a goth-themed festival in LA, will finally be happening 2 years after it was initially scheduled. Appearing at the festival are such goth legends as Bauhaus, Christian Death, Echo and the Bunnymen, and The Damned, along with new wave legends such as Devo, Blondie, and the Psychedelic Furs. It also features undesirables, such as Morrissey, and Public Image Ltd., which is fronted by MAGA supporter and BDS opposer John Linden.
What is BDS?
The anti-Israeli, it's like divest sanctions, boycott, divest sanctions. It's basically don't buy anything from Israel until they stop illegal settlements and stuff like that.
Okay,
but he opposes it because he's very racist to Middle Easterners.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Public Image Ltd., which is funded by MAGA supporter and BDS opposer John Linden, better known as Johnny Rotten, for his completely rotten political views. And this week in goth obituaries, Kostas Gousgounis, legendary Greek pornographic actor, died this week at the age of 91. Born in Greece in 1931, Kostas was not a particularly handsome nor incredibly well-endowed individual, but co-opted his comedic acting skills into being a favorite among softcore pornography in Greece.
Nice.
His most popular performance was in 1960's Peeping Tom, and it was his only hardcore performance. But from there, his popularity only grew as a cultural figure, even becoming the symbol of cultural resistance during the dictatorship of the colonels in Greece. Kostas, you'll be missed. Rest easy and stay dead, brother. And finally, in goth news, this week, goth and pizza patriarch Papa John Schnatter held a Kentucky Derby party at his palatial estate in Louisville, Kentucky. Schnatter wore an all-black and red casual ensemble by Givenchy, and it is one of the most hideous outfits I've ever seen.
Nice. Okay, I haven't seen this. I'll have to look it up.
The party, just go to Papa John's Instagram. It should be the most recent post on there.
Okay.
The party included golfing, live music, ping pong, and of course, many, many, many pizzas cooked in Papa John's outdoor hearth oven.
Yeah, whoa, what the fuck is he wearing?
I know, right? It's
Jesus
hideous.
Christ.
It's goth as fuck, though, right?
It is pretty goth.
Yeah.
It's actually like, if I saw someone wearing that at a goth show, if he was wearing black shoes, he was wearing that at a goth show, I would like think it was kind of funny, but I would not think it was terribly out of place.
Yeah, it is. It is terribly styled, though.
Oh, yeah.
Schnatter stepped down as CEO of Papa John's in 2018 after he blamed declining sales on football players protesting the treatment of black people in America, causing their stock to fall 30%. Then he used the N-word during a conference call.
Stock news from cool dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Britt.
What's up, Spencer?
Are you ready to do my new segment of the show?
Yeah, what do we got?
Let's do it.
Okay.
It's a little thing that I like to call Metal Archives, real or fake.
Oh, we're doing this again. Okay.
Well, we're doing this every week,
Oh,
Britt.
are we? Okay.
I like this too much.
Oh, well, you're the one.
All right. So, a reminder for all you, if you are not informed here. Metal Archives is the online repository of metal bands. So they're very particular about who they let into the archives and who they don't. Notably, some famous bands influential in the metal community, such as Converge and Limp Bizkit, are not listed on Metal Archives.
They will, however, allow any fucking grindcore side project on there.
Oh, and also any one-man band NSBM project.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about that.
They don't give a fuck about that.
You just have to be the type of metal that they consider metal to be on there.
Yep. And with that said, there's a lot of funnily named bands on there. Funny stuff. Stuff I think is hilarious. So what I like to do is I like to troll Brit a little bit and see if Brit can tell the difference between a real band and a band I made up. All right, to kick things off, Fart God.
Fake.
Fart God is a band.
Cool.
Hooker Urinal.
Fake.
Correct.
Okay.
Hooker Urinal is not a band. God Sodomy.
Fake.
God Sodomy is not a band. Dr. Cock.
That's a band.
Dr. Cock is a band. Rancid Taint Discharge.
Wait. When is Dr. Cock from? Do you think it's based on Dr. Cox from Scrubs?
Dr. Cock formed in 2018 in Ontario, Canada.
They could definitely be based on Dr. Cox from Scrubs.
Do you want to guess their lyrical themes?
It's gonna be gore grind medical shit, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So serial murder, sick humor, nonsense, perversion, torture, death, blood, gore. Also like our podcast.
Sure.
Basically.
Yeah. That's Spencer's bowel movements after he eats a Memos burrito.
Yes. Oh, they changed their name.
Oh no.
Oh no. They changed their name twice.
Is it Professor Cock now? Do they
Oh, Britt.
or were they stripped of their medical license? Is it just
Britt,
Mr. Cock?
This tells a story. So this is their middle name. So they changed their name twice. Their first name from 2013 to 2015, Cancer Cock.
Okay.
Then Dr. Cock from 2015 to 2018. And then lastly, Gas Chamber.
That definitely took a turn for the worse.
That took a turn.
The very real gore grind to fucking NSBM pipeline.
Apparently. Okay. Rancid Taint Discharge.
That's a band.
Rancid Taint Discharge is a band.
No.
Infected Anal Fissure.
Fissure.
Not
Not a band.
a band.
A real medical condition, though.
Yeah, definitely a real medical condition.
You can actually get anal fissures, interestingly enough, from eating bay leaves.
Huh.
Yeah, you can get intestinal fissures and anal fissures from them, like, scraping, because, like, you can't digest bay leaves at all.
Mm-hmm.
I made a big stink about it, because when I was working at Whole Foods, someone kept on, like, cooking something with bay leaves and, like, and like cutting them up and cooking it in there. I'm like, no, like you either have to leave them whole and usually just leave them whole and take it out because bay leaves won't digest. And they're like, no, people can eat those. And I'm like, no. And I like went and showed them, like printed out a thing online, like don't eat bay leaves. Like people legitimately have to go to the hospital after they eat bay leaves. And
it's not good.
Yeah. And they made a big stink about it. And they actually called me an asshole in a meeting because I brought it up. And I'm like, seriously, like you're cutting them up.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it was real fucked up, man. Fuck Whole Foods. Fuck Whole Foods.
I agree.
Fuck Whole Foods. Steal from Whole Foods.
Yes.
Steal from Whole Foods. Steal from Whole Foods.
Speaking of stealing from Whole Foods, our next band.
That's probably the name of a punk band.
Pulsating Anus.
Yeah, that's a band.
Yeah, that's a band. Demon Dog Sperm.
I don't think that's a band. It's close, though.
It's a band.
It's a band? I feel like it would be like Cerebus Sperm or something like like they'd be Demon Dog Sperm is too like inspecific, right? Like I feel like
specific.
They need to choose a real demon dog to make it of whose sperm it is.
That's true.
Yeah.
Goat pussy.
Yeah, that's a Welsh band.
Goat pussy is not a band. Bludgeoned by penises.
That's more of a state of being than a band, isn't it? That's more.
Truly, it finds us all.
That's more of a career path than anything. That is a band, yeah.
Bludgeoned by penises is not a band.
Bummer.
So we're gonna do,
or they're not a band on there. I think that's a power violence band that they won't let on there because they're fucking just electronics or power electronics.
Oh, power electronics.
I don't think they let power electronics on metal.
They do not. No. So we're gonna do a couple this or that's, and then we'll wrap things up. So, cum chalice or cum goblet.
Both.
That is an incorrect answer.
Cum grail.
That's pretty good. Which one's the real band?
Cum goblet.
Cum chalice is the real band.
It should be phallus chalice. Dumbasses.
See? Yeah, I love that. Thanks for the feedback, Britt. I hope that gets them. Okay. Harley Butt or Anal Davidson.
Anal Davidson.
Harley Butt is the real band.
I hate that.
I know.
Anal Davidson is at least kind of funny.
So I was really proud of that. As soon as I saw Harley Butt,
it's really like, only in the context of Harley Butt, though. Because otherwise, like if you just said Anal Davidson, I'd be like, what? Like John? Like what?
Yeah. All right. Lastly. Which is the real band, Britt? Doing nuns in the butt for Satan, or satanic butt slaughter.
Satanic butt slaughter.
The real band is doing nuns in the butt for Satan.
Cool.
Hey, Britt, do you think you could hit us with a bucket fact?
I would love to hit you with a bucket fact.
Bucket fact, 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 bucket fact.
Today we're going to talk about another one-off project on which Buckethead appears and writes several songs. 1993's Zillatron. Wanting to do a more heavy metal-centered project in memory of Parliament Funkadelic guitarist Eddie Hazel, who had died some months later in late 1992, Buckethead and funk royalty Bootsy Collins asked Bill Laswell if he could record an album with them. And in return, Bill asked if it was okay if he released it as one of the albums in his Black Ark series. A series of albums he made headed by black artists spearheading the movement of black rock, cyberpunk, and future blues.
Dude, cyberpunk and future blues are the coolest sounding like musical genres I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. And actually, well, like fucking Praxis is considered cyberpunk.
Damn.
Yeah.
That goes hard.
It's good as hell. Both agreed, and thus Zillatron was born. Zillatron is mostly a pseudonym for Bootsy Collins, who credits himself as Zillatron in the liner notes, but also as Fuzzface.
Nice.
Also playing on the album are, of course, Buckethead, Bernie Worrell on keyboards, Bill Laswell on ambient sounds as well as beats, Grandmaster Melly Mel, also known as Grandmaster Flash, and Umar bin Hassan on chants, and Deborah Barsha, Kristen Gray, and Mama Collins on vocals. The album is about what you'd expect from a Bootsy Collins-led heavy metal project, mixing a ton of funk and metal with cool, very 90s-sounding beats by Bill Laswell. I will say, tracks 3 and 6 on the album, Exterminate and Bootsy and the Beast, respectively, are outliers on the album and are among the heaviest metal Bootsy or Buckethead has ever made.
Interesting. Okay.
I would definitely recommend you especially listen to track 3, Exterminate, on that album, because it is like weird electronic death metal. It is sick as fuck, actually.
Nice. All right. Into it.
Yeah. This is kind of surprising, as Buckethead has no writing credits on track 3 at all, though. So it was all Bootsy Collins making pretty much a death metal song.
That rules.
Which fucking rocks, right?
That fucking rocks.
Overall, it's a pretty great album, and a really nice tribute to Eddie Hazel and from some of his closest musical companions. If you're into Praxis, I definitely recommend this. It's like Praxis's heavy metal little brother.
Bucket Facts.
We
listen to 3
Pikes.
This week. Pikes 250, 251, and 252.
250.
Waterfall Cove.
And Bozo in the Labarynth.
Respectively. Pike 250 was
250.
Titled simply 250.
It also has like a weird font for Buckethead Land.
Yeah, it's a very stretched, like Old West font.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know if this is supposed to be like a in like a Western themed part of the park. A Westworld themed part of the park, if you will.
Maybe he was watching Westworld.
Perhaps, but I mean, well, this was made in 2017. I don't think the movie, I guess.
No, the show was around then, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't know. It's only had
that
3
show's been
seasons.
Around for a while.
Yeah, but it's only had 3 seasons, so.
I feel like Westworld was around then.
Was it around in February 2017? Let's find out. Westworld, the show, HBO.
2016.
Okay, so it was around then. There's a chance. However, this is not Western themed at all.
So you're saying there's a chance?
This is not Western themed at all. It is super fucking metal.
Yeah, it's super fucking rad. It's like really diverse. Like honestly, okay, this is one of the only times I think I'm going to use this word, but this is almost a progressive album.
There's definitely prog, especially
prog elements
like
here.
Track 2, 100 is like prog funk metal. There's a lot of crazy tapping stuff, a lot of cool timing stuff.
Yeah, and it's like it's alternating between hard and soft. And
I mean, he does proggy stuff a lot, but the thing is, almost everything he does that's proggy still fits into 4/4 timing, and so it never like comes off as incredibly proggy. Because it still fits into like this certain flow that he has.
That's true.
And so even though he does cool timing stuff, pretty often it all fits well into this very non-prog box in a way.
And I feel like this one on this record, he's like really embracing like that prog aesthetic. Like this feels different than a lot of the stuff that came before it. It definitely feels unique.
Yeah.
And it feels like fresh. Like there's some pretty cool songwriting on here.
Oh, definitely.
Like, this is a very strong Pike.
So track 2, the longest track on the album, or sorry, track 1, which was called 2.
Yeah.
The first track on the album. It's like this cool mix of spacey post-rock with a lot of delay, but it's juxtaposed with like funky speed metal, kind of just out of nowhere.
Yeah, but it's like super like down-tuned.
It
like
is
super
it's
heavy.
chunky as hell.
Like super heavy.
And then like about 4.5 minutes in, there's like this really cool dreamy sounding part.
Yeah, with like acoustic guitar.
Yeah. But then it just breaks into fucking prog metal.
Yeah.
Like straight up prog metal. It kind of goes at that for a while. Like fucking God. Next note I have is 12:15. There's like a jazzy string skipping part. Like this whole song does it for me. It's a long song, but it's fucking diverse. Yeah. It has a lot of themes that it comes back to, but it doesn't like get repetitive. It's a fucking sick album.
It is a fucking sick album.
That's probably the standout track on there.
Yeah.
Although pretty much all of the fucking tracks rule.
Yeah, this is, I think, like honestly, one of the strongest.
The solo really on track 4, 50, had some of the craziest sweep picking I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Bucket do. Yeah, it's nuts. It's pretty fucking cool.
It's pretty cool. This is a great pike.
Yeah, it's my pike of the week. I don't think I mentioned it.
Sure,
It was released on February 12th, 2017, just 3 days after the previous pike, the Moss Lands.
It's really impressive.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, really.
What's the coolest thing you've done in 3 days?
What was her name? Hey. I don't know. I made some cool songs and paintings and stuff in 3 days.
Didn't you write the Shark Week album in like a very short period of time?
We wrote it in a week.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that was like mostly you, I feel like.
Yeah. Yes.
I remember you being like, yeah, I have this electronic drum set and I'm just like playing on the kick drum trigger to get it like to have really fast double kicks. I'm like, all right, man, you could program that, but okay.
I could have programmed it, but I was more like, no, I'm playing every instrument in this goddamn band, whether I like it or not, and I hated it. So,
yeah. Sometimes you do that. Yeah. Sometimes you discover that about yourself.
What is something that you've done at least 250 times?
Oh, wow. Okay. Good question.
That you're not ashamed of.
Okay, that's
really a better question.
That really narrows it.
Right? There you go.
Yeah. Okay. I have. Okay, here's a conversation that I've had with people over 250 times. And I say this because I do customer service as part of my job, so I talk to people about stuff. Yeah. And I have said, your device is going to be erased. And they say, all right, what's going to be erased? And then I say, everything on the device. And they say, what do you mean by everything? And then I say, what do you mean by everything? Like, everything. Like, what? Like, how is this a conversation? But I've had that conversation more than 250 times, and it sucks. People don't understand things.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard being a person who understands some things to then interact with people who don't understand anything.
So I feel like you feel shame for them, so I feel like this doesn't qualify for what I asked.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, eat an entire pint of ice cream in a sitting.
You're not ashamed of that.
Oh, wait. Damn, I can't break out of that.
What are you doing, Spenser?
Spiraling, clearly.
I think you only do things that you're ashamed of.
Oh, that's a good point. Speaking of things I'm ashamed of, Pike 251.
Waterfall Cove, released on February 17th, 2017, just 5 days after 250.
I lied. I'm not ashamed of this album. It's pretty good.
No, this is a pretty sweet album. I like this one.
It's pretty solid. It's a nice atmospheric Pike.
Yeah, a lot of acoustic stuff. He breaks out the nylon string for this, which we haven't heard really in a while. He uses it on backing tracks fairly often, but we haven't heard nylon string leads in a long time.
And he does quite a few of those here.
Yeah,
and
which is
very
cool.
it's very atmospheric. I feel like this one would work well as like the soundtrack to some kind of like chill puzzle game or something.
Yeah, I totally feel
it's like that kind of a vibe.
Oh, speaking of puzzle games,
except for the last song, obviously.
Going back to something we were talking about earlier, John Linden, also known as Johnny Rotten, he said in an interview, I think back in 2016, he admitted that he had spent over 10,000 pounds on mobile games.
Oh, that rocks, like Candy Crush and shit.
Yeah.
So you're talking about John Old Rotten, from the Sexual Pistols, Sex Guns, or whatever that band is?
Yeah.
From, that
guy? Sex Guns and Roses, I think is what they're called.
Yeah. Right. Speaking of
Love Gun and Roses.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is.
Speaking of that, there's a Japanese, like, Visual K / like power metal band called Sex Machine Guns.
Huh.
They're just like, and they named themselves that because they're just like we're like better than the Sex Pistols. We're the Sex Machine Guns.
Yeah.
And like that just fucking rocks.
That
like,
is pretty cool.
Sick.
Do you think Kiss made Love Gun in response to the Sex Pistols?
No.
Pike 251, Waterfall Cove.
Yeah.
First track is great, clean nylon string stuff.
Yeah.
Works itself. It's really cool and gradual, and actually like dynamically works its way up into like acoustic alt metal.
Yep.
Which is really neat. It's actually pretty unique from Buckethead. There aren't many songs that sound quite like this from him.
Yeah, like a lot of the songs on this album sound similar to the stuff he was doing in the previous album, but just like a little bit more drawn out and a little less like abrupt.
And also with nylon
proggy.
string.
Yeah, with the nylon string more prominent,
Yeah. Great production on this album, too.
Yeah.
Really
like and same with the one before this one. They both sounded really good.
They do.
Like,
they do.
Really, yeah.
Track 2, Whisper's Way. It's a nice, slow acoustic rock. Kind of a big, soaring electric guitar. It's 12 minutes long, so this one, I think, really wears out its welcome.
Yeah.
This is more of a typical Buckethead song. Nah,
it's more typical, but it's just like
fine.
It's just like a melodic lead
if
happening
this
for
song,
a long time.
Yeah, if they cut this one up or something, made it a few different songs and more diverse, I think this album might have gone over a little better, but it did get a little repetitive, especially when it came to the electric guitar lead for like 5 minutes or whatever. So I don't know. This kind of really drew back from the album for me because all the other tracks I thought were really pretty sick. But yeah, Whisper's Way, skippable, I'd say. Track 3, Barren Plains. Once again, we have the cool delayed nylon string guitar with a nice melody.
Yep.
Cool drums and keys. We got some nice prominent keys here playing bass stuff. Nice acoustic rock.
Yeah.
Cool post rock, I guess.
Cool post rock.
Guess what? Yeah. So is the last song, 9001. It's also out of nowhere acoustic rock. Hey, guess what? You're getting some fucking chuggy like grunge metal riffs.
Yeah. Very surprising.
Yeah, out of nowhere. I was like not expecting big metal in here anywhere, but it was pretty sick.
But much like big metal, or much like big tech, big metal can't be stopped.
Oh no.
Shows up everywhere.
Yeah, big recycling.
What's your favorite genre? Like atmospheric blank genre, like an atmospheric
black metal.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
Krallis.
Nerd.
Just Krallis. The genre. Sorry.
Nerd.
Yep. What is hidden behind the waterfall? What's in the cove?
Old old Del Taco bags.
Oh, so this is your waterfall.
Clearly.
This is just what I knock over that Waterloo on your desk there. And there'll just be a hidden, it'll spawn a Del Taco bag behind your desk.
And you'll be like, how? How did this get here? I threw it away.
The nearest Del Taco's in like Federal Way.
Oh,
yeah.
It's far.
Speaking of Federal Way, Pike 252. Bozo in the Labarynth. Released on February 23rd. 2017, just 6 days after Waterfall Cove.
This is another ripper, honestly. This one's real solid.
It's not quite a that's Screamer Claws, not Ripper Claws. Never mind. This one was fine. This was my least favorite Pike of the week, to be honest.
Interesting.
It was good, but
I liked this one more than Pike 251. I just thought this one was more interesting.
Yeah,
but that's me.
I could see that. It's definitely more of a guitarist album, for sure. I really liked what he did on the second song, Cliff Faces. It's like Baroque metal with a lot of delay and stuff. And then he does some progressive post-metal stuff on here, too.
And there's also a flamenco part of it, too. Yeah.
You know what it actually kind of reminded me of? Given the name of the song and how the song sounded, it reminded me of Scale the Summit.
Oh.
Yeah.
See that? Yeah. Sure.
Which
that's a good
since it reminded me of Scale the Summit, I went back and had to listen to Scale the Summit's newer stuff, which is pretty good. They're like a completely different band now.
Yeah.
I think the only original member is
like
the
that
lead
one
guitarist.
Yeah.
And they got just a bassist and a drummer now, and that's it, which is interesting. But
That is interesting.
newest album is actually pretty cool from what I listened to.
Carving Desert Canyons is a
2008?
ripping album. Yeah.
Something like that?
It's a ripping album. Really good.
You know who's a big fan of that album?
Hmm.
None other than Dave Portnoy, baby. He heard that album and invited them to tour on the...
You mean Mark Portnoy?
No, Dave Portnoy from Dream Theater.
Yeah, Mark Portnoy. The drummer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is his name Mark? I thought it was Dave Portnoy.
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Mark Portnoy. Why do I think his name is Dave Portnoy?
I don't know. Maybe that's the
weird.
name of somebody else. Like
I don't know.
it's easy to get those things confused.
Mark
It happens.
Portnoy. I've been calling him Dave Portnoy for my entire life for some reason, I think.
I'm not so sure.
Dave Portnoy is an American internet celebrity.
I've never heard of that person.
He's a blogger. Oh, they talk about him on a... Okay, he's the founder of Barstool Sports. They talk about him on like Twitter stuff a lot. He's a Twitter asshole. So I've just been poisoned by Twitter, is what it is.
Yeah, that happens to the best.
That's what it is.
We've all been poisoned by Twitter.
Mike Portnoy heard Carving Desert Canyons and invited Scale the Summit to play on the Kings of Prague tour.
Wait, is it
Dream
Mike
Theater.
or Mark? Did I called him Mark?
You did. I think. Oh shoot, you might be right. I think it's Mike, isn't it?
Wow, we were both wrong.
Yeah.
That's great. Fucking Dream Theater guy. He got COVID recently. I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, it's definitely Mike. Yeah, we both suck. Yeah, okay. Well,
yeah. You win some, you lose some.
At least I named a person who exists. Mark Portnoy isn't fucking nobody.
Well,
Yeah.
fuck off.
I win at losing.
Sure.
So speaking of
You're
Bozo
the biggest loser for sure.
Well, at least I'm not the Bozo in the Labarynth.
Yeah, that's a good
Speaking
point.
of which, first song's pretty cool, dynamic, real nice melody, nice shredding solo. Second song, easily my favorite. Everything else on here, I think, is kind of lackluster, especially song 3, Flooded Ballroom. It's a pretty long track. It just sounds like a fucking Guns N' Roses backing track. It's fucking blues rock. Not my favorite thing he does.
Yeah.
Track 4, Branch. It's a cool nylon string acoustic piece, but it just sounds like every single track from the previous album, Waterfall Cove. Meh. Track 5, very typical alt metal song. Bozo and the Labarynth wasn't bad though.
Yeah, totally.
Decent metal song there.
Decent.
Yeah, altogether, pretty good album. Probably my least favorite this week, but I'd say all three Pikes this week were at least average, maybe a little bit better.
Yeah, at least average, maybe a little bit better.
Indeed.
Man, love listening to the Pikes, don't we?
Yeah.
There are a lot of them.
So, say that you're in a labyrinth.
Okay.
And your greatest fear is pursuing you.
Yeah.
What is it, and how do you evade or kill it?
I don't know, man. I wouldn't really want to kill my own child, but like that is the situation we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to have kids.
That's your biggest fear?
Yeah.
That's also society's biggest fear. I mean, you think that's your biggest fear? Imagine how the people you have sex with feel.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know, right? They must be in a way about it.
Yep, in a way.
Yep. Something in the way, as featured in the most recent Batman film. You watched that yet?
No, I don't really care.
Yeah, see, I didn't really care either. But then I watched it, and now I need you to watch it so I can talk to you about it.
Yeah, I don't really care. I'm not here for you to talk about things with.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I hardly ever talk to you.
Yeah, we do enough of that for this. It's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, you want to go on a journey with me?
I would love to go on a journey. Where are we going, Spenser?
Into the Bucket Void.
Statements from the Bucket Void.
Bucket Void.
Oh my God. was a weird harmony.
Yeah, I don't know why you. I was keeping a constant note from the bucket void.
Yeah,
and
I just decided to make it weird, but sometimes you got to get a little atonal.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, that's Tritony.
Tritony.
Tritony's pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the devil's pizza.
Tritony Soprano.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tritony Roma.
Tritony Roma's macaroni grill.
Yeah.
Tritony Everybody Loves Roma's. Ray Romano's macaroni gorilla.
He's the one that owns the macaroni grill, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Bucket Void. We look at YouTube comments and we talk about them because society.
I'm going to be doing this entire thing in the character of Gay Romano, by the way.
Let's not. YouTube user Terry Gerard says 3 years ago, he is the Einstein of music. All others must take lesson with him.
Gee, I sure want to suck some cock. That's Gay Romano.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cam Good says 1 year ago, edited, funny! I randomly listened to this album for the first time in a while, and The Chambers, that's the song title, sounds just like a Van Halen track, and he passed away yesterday. Funny synchronicity! R.I.P. Van Halen.
That sure is funny that Van Halen passed away.
I'm literally going to walk out of the room if you keep doing this.
I sure want to suck some cock.
We're ending the show. This is unacceptable. I hate this so much.
But everybody loves gaming.
Okay, we have to end it there. Keep it together. No more of that. I wish I could eat music, says 1 month ago. Titled track is one twisted roller coaster ride, just like the mind of Bozo. Anyone with a focus problem here, understand this track and everything else will be so easy to focus on. Don't you fucking dare! No! I'm unplugging your microphone. No!
You know what's easy to focus on?
No.
A big fat juicy cock.
Yep. Just like the mind of a fucking bozo.
This is my game. My game is sucking cock.
I hate this so much. Eric, no, we'll come back to that one.
I've got a flooded ball. my balls are flooded with cum.
No. No. You gotta stop. I hate you so much. Terrible. Whatever viewer was there is now gone because of you.
Beautiful.
Terrible. Joe H says some real Tool fan shit 10 days ago. If one could paint the mind elsewhere, but in the now, this is it.
I think he's referring to the Randy Newman song. This is it.
Wait, that's fucking Randy Newman?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Fuck Randy Newman.
Suck some cock. Gotcha.
Yeah, sure. Too much Kool-Aid says 5 years ago, yeah, dude. All right. Righteous.
Is there such a thing as too much Kool-Aid?
I mean, in Guyana, maybe.
That was Flavor Aid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, they couldn't even, they're going to all die and they couldn't even buy the, real Kool-Aid? But why did they buy the knockoff?
Do you think, Kool-Aid is freely available in Guyana?
I don't know. I guess maybe that's all they could get.
I mean, if it was Gay Anna, then Gay Romano
No.
could come in for that.
No.
I'll bring the Kool-Aid if you bring the cum.
Dick Charvel says 3 years ago,
Yeah.
now we know Buckethead is counting.
Oh, this must have been on 250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know he's counting.
I mean, we knew he was on Pike 13.
We also knew he was because all the pikes are numbered.
On Pike 46, he's had like 3 pikes where it mentions the number.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guy. Come on, Dick Charvel. I like, you're my favorite kind of guitar.
Yeah.
You know whose favorite kind of guitar that is?
Oh.
I don't know, probably like Eddie Van Halen. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Funny synchronicity that. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Okay. No. We're gonna come back to that one. Don T says 2 years ago, edited. The virus is gripping and ripping the world.
Mm-hmm.
Social distancing in front of the computer. This man's music is what's keeping me sane. The only thing that helps me forget the bad things in the world. Yeah.
Thanks,
pretty heavy.
BH and Poly 8. Do you think it's the Dawn T virus he's talking about?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raccoon City, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking resident Buckethead.
Sure.
Yeah. What Resident Evil Code Buckethead X or something.
Yeah.
Do that one.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, how about Resident Evil Code Gay Romano X.
What Code Veronica X?
Ooh, there you go.
The fucking Danzig film.
Yeah, the Danzig film.
We watched that, didn't we?
No.
Really?
No, we didn't.
I could have sworn we watched
We
that.
did not watch that.
What about his cowboy vampire movie? Did that ever come out? Because there was a trailer for it.
I want to say it might have. I don't know, but we have
gotta
not watched
watch it. We gotta
Veronica.
catch up on the Danzig filmography.
Do we?
Yeah.
The only thing we need to catch up on Danzig is putting it on his hot dog. You know what they say about people who only put ketchup on their hot dogs?
No.
Well, you should look it up because I'm not going to say anything ableist here.
Whoa. All right. Dano says 11 months ago, what is the meaning or significance of 9001?
It's 9001 Another Space Odyssey. Again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show him my Dan O face. Dan O.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dano, yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this reminds me of my favorite thing that happened in the early internet when 4chan convinced Oprah that they were a pedophile army, and then she denounced it on the Oprah show. She was like, I remember the quote. So basically what happened is some nerds from 4chan went onto the Oprah forums and started trolling them, claiming to be an army of pedophiles.
Which is not far from the truth.
It is not far. That's
not
the
far
thing.
from the
Not
truth.
far from the truth. And the thing is, though, is it built up and got so crazy that Oprah actually mentioned it on her show, and she says, quote, they claim to be a pedophile army with over 9,000 penises. And that is so that's what I always think of with the over 9,000 thing. Because that was like the peak of that, I think. Like getting Oprah to say the words over 9,000 penises. That's incredible. That's an incredible troll.
Getting Oprah to drop a quote from Dragon Ball Z is something spectacular.
Truly. Like, I don't feel like that could have happened in today's day and age. It could have only happened in that early internet time period. Pretty amazing. Amazing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the meaning of it, Dano. So now you know.
Yep.
I wish I could eat music, says 1 month ago.
Me too.
I gotcha. I feel the emotions in the music. Buckethead is very emotional music maker.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most emotional of them all. Chopin, Beethoven, etc. included. Just saying, my opinion. When I think emo, I always think Chopin and Beethoven. What about you?
I mean, I don't conflate emotional with the genre of emo. like,
Okay.
yeah, it's more weepy than emotional.
That's true.
Like, you can have all type. Like, if we're talking music that's emotional, like metal is emo as well. You know,
it is, and there is some emo metal, but that's a different thing.
There is, but it rocks.
Yeah, it does.
It rocks so hard.
Fuck yeah.
Warped Tour forever. Black Veil Brides forever.
Alcest forever.
Yeah. Wait.
They're emo black metal.
I guess.
I know it's an unpleasant thing to think about, but
not. I mean, like, but they're not. They're not rooted in like emo.
No,
though.
They're
not. No,
rooted
not
in,
at all.
They're not. They're nothing. They're not an American football like.
No,
they never meant.
No, they're more like European football.
Yeah,
football. Football.
Oh, they are European football.
Football.
That's funny. Yeah, football.
Football.
But yeah. Anyways, what do you think's the most emotional music, Britt?
The most emotional music?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I'm listening to while I'm masturbating, of course.
Of course, yeah.
So usually a Dane Cook spoken word album.
Nice.
Maybe some, I don't know, maybe a Robin Williams, like, just some clips from Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah, that's really emotional music.
Well, I mean, that's what I masturbate to. So.
Good morning, I'm jerking off.
Yeah. Yep.
YouTube user Shaun White, I have to assume that
the pro snowboarder who just retired
says 4 years ago, The Chambers, and that's a song title, has time and again given me a reason to live. That and Tuscan milk.
What do you think he means by Tuscan milk?
I have no idea.
You think he's like he found some like big titty Italian lady and like, that's what he's talking about?
That's what he's talking about. Yeah,
big mommy milkers from under the Tuscan buns, if you will.
Ripened under the Tuscan buns. Yeah,
hell yeah,
for sure.
Yum.
Tuscan milk.
If Buckethead music is giving you a reason to live, perhaps reassess.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, you've got Shaun White privilege.
Yeah. That's the name of the episode.
Shaun White privilege.
That's pretty good. Expedito Reyes says, 5 years ago, Buckethead and Bumblefoot can destroy the universe in one album. LOL.
They made an album together, and the only thing it destroyed was fucking a bunch of A&R people at Geffen's careers.
That's true.
That's
true. That's fact. Hashtag facts. Hashtag facts. There we go. Kyle McDermott says 5 years ago. Oh, sorry. I misspoke. Britt.
Yeah.
We're entering Cum Corner now.
Oh, yeah.
This is Cum Corner territory.
Oh, yeah.
Getting horny.
Massive boner. Let's get into the Cum Corner.
All right. Here we go. Cum Corner. Kyle McDermott says 5 years ago, man, that intro track when he broke out that rhythmic slap pop lead, I had a straight up eargasm.
Well, he didn't write that, Spencer. You just don't, please.
I ad-libbed.
Please don't.
Speaking of please,
doing that, that's a great way to summon Gay Romano.
No.
I really want to suck some of this cock. Hey, Dad, you got any cock I can suck today?
Speaking of which, Graham68 KTM says 3 years ago, internet streamed eargasm. And has then a live long and prosper salute emoji.
Live long and prostate.
Come long and prostate.
Yeah.
There you go. Sure. There was one more cum corner. Hold on here.
Do it. Don't be late. Prostate. Don't be late. Prostate.
Eric Garcia says 2 years ago, flooded ballroom fucked my ears in half.
Imagine a dick so meaty it like splits your fucking ear in half.
Wow.
Right?
Why would the dick be going in the ear anyway?
I don't know. He said it fucked his ear in it. I don't know why. Imagine he gets like a little tiny penis in there, and he works a little penis in there, and then he starts listening to Buckethead, and this guy really gets hard on Buckethead, and it like grows and grows and like busts the eardrum, and eventually just splits his fucking skull. It gets so hard and juicy.
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, and then as his skull is splitting, like this dude is just like filling him up with a fat, juicy load of David Swimmers, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Nice. Too much Kool-Aid again, says 5 years ago. How is this even fucking possible?
How is this even fuck Kim possible? Am I right, dog? Shit.
Yeah, okay. Bechtel, 35, says 3 years ago in response to someone else, as a longtime Tool fan, I'll let you know that it's been roughly 5,000 days since Tool released their album 10,000 Days.
Oddly enough, this fails the Bechdel test in the most in 35 ways. Bechdel 35, that's what it means.
Wow, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's... I think the only concert event to fail the Bechdel test is really a Tool show. Just by default, like,
yeah,
you know, doesn't fail the diaper test though.
No, I mean it fails the smell test, but
yeah, ain't that the truth? All right, here we go. We're gonna take a visit from one of our friends.
Is it Gay Romano?
No,
is he coming back?
It is not.
Are we doing bucket jokes already?
No, we are not.
Okay. I don't know what's happening.
We're going to talk to our friend.
Yeah.
Jordan Vine.
Master of the ship key, a bucket bot divine. Coming to extraordinaire, it's time for Jordan Vine.
Jordan Vine says 4 years ago, Bucketheads! Skill, ability, capability, and talent with the guitar is fucking shocking! I agree.
Yeah. By that he means gives him the fucking shocker.
Totally. And
he
then
fucking fingers his butthole with 3 fingers when listening to Buckethead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure, probably.
Sorry to take it back to Cum Corner, but
yeah, I mean, you're always in Cum Corner.
Yeah, I mean, he's a hokey pokey prostate joker, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's Steve Miller Band, also one of those.
Oh yeah. Why so Steve Miller Band?
What? Okay. So now we get a bit of Jordan Vine lore. Now, this is not a Jordan Vine comment, but it is a comment mentioning a Jordan Vine comment that was deleted.
No!
So it's no longer there.
Why would you delete?
But this person...
Rich Tapestry.
This person named Wizard Dryak says 2 years ago, best guess is someone posted something and then deleted it. Jordan Vine's comment really looks out of place, though. And then another responder said, yeah, maybe. Maybe Jordan Vine is crazy, or someone deleted their comment making Jordan Vine look crazy.
Both very distinct possibilities.
Very distinct possibilities
on both ends.
Yeah, so bit of Jordan lore there.
Yeah. Lord and Vine, if you will.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And we got one more Jordan Vine.
Ooh, or how about from Dude, Where's My Car? And then Vine.
Shut up.
Jordan
Vine says 4 years ago, he's the fucking best guitarist to ever play the instrument.
Jordan Vine.
Lastly, but certainly not least, YouTube user RC Swiss Made says 4 months ago, Buckethead is not from this world.
Oh my God.
I wonder if they fell out of QAnon.
Oh,
They didn't do the slogan this time.
Were they unpilled?
Maybe they're unpilled now.
Oh, no.
This is a recent comment. We know as recently as mid last year, they were still deep into QAnon, but now they're no longer doing the where we go one, we go all.
He's probably into like the -49 stuff now.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Oh, yo, it could be into that shit. Could also be
numerology.
Could yeah, probably big, yeah. Yeah. Probably big into that, or, maybe the like sovereign citizen movement. That's also a big one right now.
Maybe he went and no one else came, and so he's like, oh, well, that was a lie.
Yeah.
You told me where we go one, we go all.
Anyways, thanks for joining me in the Bucket Void.
You're welcome.
Statements from the Bucket
Cool.
Cool.
Hey, it's time for Shrek'mentations. What piece of Shrek media do you recommend this week, Spencer?
Oh, I recommend the very first Shrek. That's the best Shrek film. I recently rewatched the first Shrek and the second Shrek, and I gotta say, Shrek 2, fucking pile of shit. Hate that movie. It sucks ass. The first Shrek, though, it's fine.
Get out of my ass! Am I right?
Yeah. They definitely said that in the porn parody.
Yeah.
Has there been Shrek porn? There has to have been Shrek porn by now.
I mean, any porn is Shrek porn if you believe in yourself.
And change the color filters.
Yeah.
To make human skin tone into green.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, any porn, that should be an account on one of those porn sites. That's my recommendation this week, actually, is someone create an account on one of the porn sites, re-upload other porn, but just done so that, like, the human skin tone is green, and then just call it, like, Shrek'd. Shrek'd is the name of the channel.
Shrek'd in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just do Shrek puns in each of the titles. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Donkey Punch. Remember the Donkey Punch? Remember when that was like a thing in porn and like a thing that was a cultural conversation we had. Was donkey punching. And like it's always been a fucked up thing, but it was like a funny conversational piece back in the day.
Yeah, back in the mid-2000s, that was so funny.
It was so funny, talking about hitting a girl on the back of your head while you're fucking her.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's pretty not cool unless like that person wants you to do that.
Yeah, and even then...
Yeah, that's a little like...
That's not my thing.
Why do we got to do that?
What do you have to recommend this week, Spencer?
I already said, go re-upload porn.
Go re-upload porn?
Made into Shrek porn.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I got that. I also recommend put some tater tots on your sandwich. Just make a sandwich, throw tater tot or a burrito, throw tater tots in there. It's pretty good. I recommend that. I also recommend cheap Mexican food in general.
Yep.
Your mileage may vary. Your ass mileage may vary. But, recommended. What do you got to recommend, Britt?
So Bret Michaels?
Yeah.
Of Poison. And Rock of Love fame. In 1998, he wrote and directed 2 films.
Oh my God.
2 feature-length films, both of them starring Charlie Sheen and Martin Sheen.
What?
Which tells me he did a lot of cocaine with Charlie Sheen in 1997 and 1998.
Yes.
And I have both of them. They are called No Code of Conduct and A Letter from Death Row.
I want to watch these so bad.
Yeah. I have one of them on my server. I just got the DVD for the other, so that'll be up on my server
That's
in another
very
day
exciting.
Too.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Who financed those?
I'm assuming Bret Michaels.
That rules.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's an incredible recommendation. I want to check that out so bad.
Hell yeah, baby.
Hell yeah, baby. Is that it? Is that all we got for recommendations?
I think that's our recommendations for the week.
I love that.
Is it time?
Yeah, I think it's time for my favorite part of the show.
There's Gay Romano.
Bucket joke. Bucket joke. Bucket joke. Bucket joke.
So, after this can right here, I'm going to start drinking Diet Coke in plastic bottles only. I hear the difference is uncanny. Do you think Alex Jones goes to sleep by counting sheeple?
Yeah, probably. Do you think Alex Jones ever like poses with like a Jones soda?
No.
Like,
No, he's probably like, that's from Seattle, that liberal trash soda.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Aerosmith walks this way into a bar. Sources this week have confirmed that Leonardo DiCaprio has shown interest in being in an A24 project. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. DiCaprio has shown interest in being in a 24-year-old project manager for his latest film. The only issue with Peppa Pig is that Peppa, without salt, is a really unbalanced seasoning.
Yep.
Yeah. That's for you, a vegan. It's a vegan joke. You're welcome.
Thanks.
I saw a rainbow the day my grandmother died, which I hope is God's promise that he'll never do that again. It's sad that my family is being torn apart by divorce, but at least it's not like my grandpa's family, who is torn apart by an industrial grain thresher.
That sucks.
Turns out, instead of radiation, I just had high levels of gothic sci-fi art in my house. Apparently, I bought an HR Geiger counter.
Yeah.
Do you think vampires can only surf Reddit in night mode?
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
You know what they say, don't criticize a Tool fan until you've rolled a mile on his one wheel.
Yeah.
We should rebrand moths as I Can't Believe It's Not Butterfly.
All right.
Also, some Limp Bizkit songs. I was listening to the Doobie Brothers the other day, or as most people call them, Los Lonely Boys. It's a joke for nobody.
A joke for nobody.
No one remembers the Los Lonely Boys.
Heaven, though, bro. Everybody remembers Heaven.
Well, and everyone remembers that, like, their lead singer, who was one of three brothers, got caught with weed, too, right?
I don't remember that.
What? That's, like, the most important thing about them.
I just remember that song.
Also, the commercial that they had where they're like, it's Willie Nelson's favorite band in Texas, and then it shows Willie Nelson on stage. Let me introduce you to my favorite band in Texas. I'm just like, cool.
Yeah, pretty good.
Spenser asked me why our Patreon members were so sad. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, they're all in tears.
Brit.
I got some toothpaste with tartar control, but I still order way too much every time I get fish and chips.
It's going to get you.
Why are hot cross buns traditionally eaten on Easter?
Why?
To remind us of Jesus' ass on the third day.
Of course.
They're hot cross buns. They're on the sun. He's on the cross.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. My doctor knows I'm queer, so every time I see him, it's outpatient. I was in charge of keeping time at an orgy, but their stopwatch was faulty. They ended up giving me sloppy seconds. I'll go ahead and close on this one. I wrote a screenplay about the death of David Carradine, but apparently the title Die Hard is already taken.
Bucket joke.
Oh my God, we made it to the end of the show.
Yeah,
Look
we
at
did.
that.
Holy moly.
Wow.
Holy guacamole. Where can I find you on the internet, Spenser, to say hello? Fucking Spenser.zonas. Can I send
Where
you?
can I follow you?
You can
Wow.
anywhere you go, I'll follow you down. Anywhere, a little place I know by heart by the Gin Blossoms. Is that right? Anywhere you go, I'll follow you down. I know by heart. Anywhere you go, I'll follow you down. Follow you down, but not that far. That's where you can follow me.
All right.
Just find a Gin Blossoms album. I'll be there. Just Dog Vorvis, but go to fucking a Bucketcast on any socials. Say hello.
Yeah,
I will say hello back.
Send a dick pic.
I will send you
whatever.
a fucking MRI of my prostate. It'll be fun.
Yeah, you'll just trade that stuff as you do on the internet. I've been Spenser.
And I've been Britain. And I've been Gay Romano.
Fuck off. You've been fucking suffering listening to Gettin' Head of Bucketcast.
Stay greasy, motherfuckers.
Fuck you.
I'm going to have to nibble the friggin' spagandackle back into the hell you're spuckin' muckin'.
Whoops. Oh boy, Spenser. Oh boy, we're still here.
Get laid or watch people. You gotta go out and get that job. What a waste of pleasure. What a waste of pleasure. What a waste of pleasure.
Oh my god, we're still here. What? I thought the show was over, Britt.
Well, it is. However, we have one more piece of business to do. For
Yeah,
those
we do.
Still listening. It's Elpic? Elpic.
What?
Damn it.
Elpic?
Not okay, fine. Elpic. Yeah, like venison. Elpic.
What?
I've got venison on the mind, all right, Spenser?
Okay, I'm going to play the Ralph scene so you know what we're talking about.
Think about venison while he plays it.
Jesus Christ, Ralph. Aren't you supposed to go out looking for a job today?
Nah, there's a b-ball game coming on at 4.
You can't watch no b-ball game. You gotta get a job.
Nah, I'm gonna try to get laid tonight.
Ralph, I'm getting tired of it. You're gonna get a job today. Today.
This is muffed up. I'm taking a day off.
Back in the war, we kill sissies like you. I'd like to shoot you, stupid.
You couldn't hit the side of a barn.
If we were in the jungle, I'd slice your throat.
And this isn't the jungle. My cat will save me.
I can't believe that I had sex to even make you.
Sex makes people?
What a waste of pleasure.
My name is Ralph.
Your forehead makes a good target. By the end of the day, you better have a job or else. You see this? It's gonna hurt. Get a job.
Yeah, okay, so that's the Ralph scene. We rewrote the Ralph scene, and we're going to read our rewrites.
We rewrite the Ralph scene every goddamn week.
Yeah, we do. Because it's important.
Yeah, and because we're ridiculous rectums. And because we're ridiculous rectums, we rewrite the Ralph scene regularly.
That's true. If you don't rewrite the Ralph scene regularly, see a medical professional.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
If your Ralph lasts more than 3 hours, you're probably watching the 10-hour Ralph cut I put on YouTube.
Exactly. There
Yeah,
you go. Okay, so you want to do? Let's do yours first.
Okay, so
Who do you want me to play?
We're doing kind of a callback here. We've got this is during the Ides of March. You asked what the Ides of March was a while ago.
Okay.
So this takes place on the Ides of March.
All right.
Brutus, who is a senator, and it's difficult to explain, but basically he is kind of a close confidant of Caesar's, regardless of the fact that he rebelled against Caesar in the Roman Civil War. He sided with Pompey. Caesar defeated him in battle and still took mercy on him. But in the background, Brutus, along with many other senators, and including like Marcus, like they all fucking plotted against him. Brutus was one of the main plotters and one of the people known to have actually stabbed him in the Senate.
Wow.
And so we are going to be doing a piece between Emperor Caesar and Brutus, or Brute, on the Ides of March.
Fantastic.
Would you rather be Caesar or Brute?
You pick one for me.
You go ahead and be Caesar.
Oh, excellent. I'm excited.
Okay. And I will
That
be
means
Brutus.
I will be Ralph. Then.
And a lot of this dialogue is taken directly from Julius Caesar by Shakespeare.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I love that. I'm ready whenever you are.
Great Emperor Caesar, aren't you supposed to preside over the Senate today?
Nah, there's a gladiatorial game coming on at 4.
You can't watch no gladiatorial games. You gotta preside over that Senate. There is a tide in the affairs of men.
Fine, but I'm gonna get laid tonight.
Caesar, the Senate is tiring of you. You may face violence today. Today.
This is muffed up. I'm taking the day off.
Back in the Civil War, we killed sissies like you. I'd like to stab you, stupid.
The Civil War which I won, for which I gave you your amnesty in your ignorant opposition, you couldn't stab the side of a Colosseum.
If we were in Falsius, I'd slice your throat.
But this isn't Falsius. The people stand behind their emperor.
I can't believe the Senate even agreed to your self-appointed dictatorship.
The Senate had to agree?
What a waste of power.
My name is Caesar.
Your back makes a good target. You better be in the Senate by the end of the day, or you see this? We will carve you as a dish fit for the gods.
Meow.
A soothsayer bids you beware the Ides of March.
That's great. That's beautiful.
All right, our next one. I think this story is very funny. It's been on my radar for a long time.
Yeah. So let me tell this one. So this is a conversation between As I Lay Dying's vocalist Tim Lambesis and the man he buys steroids from at his gym. This is how he got caught trying to hire a hitman, which then sent him to prison, where he then experienced steroid withdrawal and developed man boobs.
For which he tried to sue his steroid dealer afterwards.
Correct.
He was released from prison after, I think, like 6 or 8 years and is now back with As I Lay Dying.
Yeah, the band
and they're
exists again.
still touring.
Mm-hmm.
And he, but since then he has come out as an avowed atheist, even though As I Lay Dying started out as a Christian band.
I have not heard that.
Yeah, they're like an atheist band now, which is very strange.
That is very strange.
But makes sense because, Christians don't usually do this kind of thing, I don't think. But let's get into it. Am I Tim here? Or?
You're going to be Tim Lambesis.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. So, Jesus Christ, Tim Lambesis, you want me to find you a hitman today?
I want my wife killed by 4.
I can't find you no hitman today. I'm your steroid dealer, not accessory to murder.
But I'm trying to have my wife killed by fucking tonight.
Tim, I'm getting tired of it. If you keep asking me for this, I'm going to go to the cops today. Today.
Man, this is muffed up. I'm going to shoot more steroids.
Back at the gym, we ban psychos like you. I'd like to cut you off, stupid.
You couldn't ban a barn.
If you weren't a Christian, I'd find this a lot less surprising.
Well, I am a Christian. Evangelicals will never cancel me.
I can't believe the metal scene will largely let you get away with this.
The metal scene holds people accountable?
What a waste of roids.
My name is Tim Lambesis.
Your stupid plan makes a good target. By the end of the day, you'll be hearing from the cops. See this steroid withdrawal? It's gonna hurt. Go to hell.
Oh.
I really like the line, the metal scene holds people accountable?
Can we refer to him as Tits Lambesis from now on?
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, hey, that's the show.
Yep.
That's actually the show.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
Bye.